That's great. All
Yeah,
right,
it
thanks,
really is.
Marcy. Good stuff. Also good stuff. We're going to switch gears now. Kelli O'Hara is a Tony Award winner, an Emmy and Grammy nominated actress who has appeared in 11 Broadway shows.
Whoa.
And right now you can catch her on the HBO series The Gilded Age, in which she plays Aurora Fane.
But you can also see her tonight with Sutton Foster at the Tanglewood Music Center in Lenox, Massachusetts.
And I got a chance to catch up with her and find out not only what you can expect at the show, but how this mom of two does it all. You and Sutton Foster are teaming up to put this show together and bring an amazing evening. And can you just talk about, what people can expect and the homage that you're paying to two amazing performers?
Yeah, we wanted to do a play on or be inspired by those televised specials that Julie Andrews and Carol Burnett used to do. And so we made a show for Carnegie Hall that starts with that inspiration, but then goes into our careers and our friendship and our stories. And so now we're taking it on the road, and we were just at Ravinia in Chicago, and Tanglewood, which is one of my very, very favorite places to play ever, with the Boston Pops and Keith Lockhart, who are my favorites. I think what I know to be true about this show is that it is all about joy. There's really nothing but joy and goofiness, and there's some history. There's a lot of laughs. It's fully scripted. It's a real show. It's fully scripted. There's even comedy sketches. There's dance numbers. We have a small ensemble. And by the way, we like to hire our ensemble locally. So in every city. Yeah, so we have two young ladies from Boston Conservatory joining our team. And that's the other thing, passing down Julie and Carol, Kelli and Sutton, and now two young future hopefuls.
How did you find your way as a parent doing everything that you do?
I would say that I navigated on occasion really well, and then some it's never perfect. In fact, I've grappled with that sort of, people talk about it as a balance, and I've also heard people say very rightly, it's never in balance.
Yeah.
If you hit the mark once in a while, you're lucky. What I know to be true is how much I want to be a present mother. And it was a dream of mine, yes, to go sing and act. But for my whole life, I wanted to be a mom. And that was something that I knew. And when I first had my son, I was deep into the middle of basically the rising of my career. It was South Pacific. It was one of the bigger shows I'd done. And I remember feeling this massive guilt, of I left South Pacific to have him, and then I decided not to do any shows for like almost a year. But I just did concerts, but because I needed to make a living. That's that's another thing with two artists in the house. But I just carried him on me, to the airport. We went, I'd do the concert, and either my mom or my sister or someone would fly and meet me there, watch him while I did the concert, and then he's back on, I'm nursing. I made it happen. And I look back and I think, I'm so proud I did that. But I remember this wonderful interview I was doing, and it was a woman for the Wall Street Journal, I think. And I said, my son, when I leave, he was 3 at the time or something. He's like, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go. And we were talking about it. And I said, I know, I'm sorry. I have to go to work, but I'm going to come right back. I would try to refocus it, and then tomorrow morning, because I had my days free. It was great. I had my days free, but then I would have to go to she said, no. You have to say, Mommy gets to go.
Yeah.
And sing and act and make people happy and use my talent to spread joy.
There's a part of you that you get to keep alive that's separate from your family, right?
Yes.
And for them to see you doing something that you're passionate about and that you love, like you're teaching them and giving them permission that it's okay for you to go out there into the world and find what makes you tick.
And now listen, every version of this motherhood is worthy. But what I've seen too with many friends who have left the workforce, it's often well, I can't, I have to. I'm going to go back to that phrase. I have to because of the kids. Well, what you do in your own mind then, and probably to them too, because they hear it, is I don't really want to, but I have to. And then later comes the resentment. But if there's something that's clawing at you, do not allow your children. What does Jung say? I'm going to quote all these people. Jung say, there's no greater burden on a child than the unlived life of a parent. right?
Yeah,
So
that's a good quote.
it's one of my favorites. So you're only helping them because you put your oxygen mask on first. You're only helping them if you fulfill, even if it's little bits of things. Go out and take an art, a painting class, but you're doing something for yourself so that you can come home and you can say, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to be fully here for you.
Great conversation there with Kelli. And just so you know, tickets are still available for tonight's show at Tanglewood Music Center in the beautiful Berkshires. For more information, visit bso.org/Tanglewood.
All right, up next, get ready to rock out, laugh out loud, and fall in love with New Haven Academy of the Performing Arts production of Head Over Heels.
The bold, high-energy musical that flips the script on Happily Ever After.